Hey, it's Stargirl the Practical Witch, and welcome to another one of my pick a card readings. Today we are going to figure out what is the future of your love life and what do your spirit guides have to say about it. So before we get started, I need you to pick one of the 6 groups. This is group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you've picked a group, you can fast forward to the timestamp I provide down below to see what your results are. I just want to put a quick disclaimer that this may resonate more if you are single. However, if you are in a relationship, you can most certainly do this pick a card. If you need to pause the video to take time to meditate on the cards, feel free to do so. I also want to let you know that I just came out with merch. Me and my husband designed it, and I'm extremely excited to share it with you guys. If you want to go check it out, the link is in the description box down below. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, group number 1. Okay, so let's see what the spirit guides have to say about your love life in the future. So I'm going to be honest with you because I am a Sagittarius, so I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you everything that I'm seeing, good and bad. But let's start out with the good. With the 2 of Cups and the Star, I actually see that it is a part of your soul's purpose and your life purpose to meet your perfect match. I cannot confirm a twin flame relationship with tarot. However, I can tell you with the 2 of Cups and the Star, it is very likely this could be a twin flame relationship, or at the very least a very important soulmate relationship, or a soulmate relationship that this is the person you are meant to marry, this is the person you are meant to have a family with, this is the person you will likely die next to. So if you're one of those people who are single and starting to think, wow, I'm never going to meet anyone, there's no one out there for me, if you picked group number 1, I want you to know that is not the case. There is definitely somebody out there for you, and this is something that was made in heaven. This was something that, I don't know if you guys know what a soul contract is, but this is a soul contract. This was something that, if you believe in God, God is bringing this person into your life for a reason. This is something that was made in heaven. This is an agreement you have with their soul. So there is definitely someone out there for you. You will definitely meet them, because guess what? You cannot stop a soul contract. If you two have a soul contract, which I'm seeing you do with this person, you will meet them. There is that one person out there for you. And you should feel blessed, because not everybody gets that, but you get that in your life. However, let's move on to the not so great parts. I'm going to be honest with you. With the 3 of Swords and the Hanged Man, it is likely that you will have to go through a lot of heartbreak, trials, and tribulations. So before you are able to completely commit to your perfect match, your ultimate soulmate, your twin flame, you're going to go through a lot of heartbreak. Now, this could be with this person when you guys are both very young, or in the beginning of your relationship. It could be very dramatic. It could end in a lot of pain, or it can mean before you meet this person and get together with this person, you have to kiss a few frogs, and these frogs might break your heart. They might leave scars on your heart. So I know that sounds negative. Wow, why does that have to happen to me, right? But with a great gift comes great struggle, because you have to learn from these struggles. And the reason why these heartbreaks are put into your life before this divine match is because you have to learn the lessons you need to from these people in order to grow stronger as an individual before you're able to be with them. Because if you don't, I guarantee you would mess up this perfect match, because you didn't grow enough in love. So this heartbreak is actually a learning experience for you, and this is why I think that, student, all of these heartbreaks and all of these struggles in the beginning of your relationship or before you meet this person is a way for you to learn and become more experienced in life and to evolve your soul, so you are ready for this extreme match, this marriage match, okay? And with the Hanged Man, this is also telling me that, you know, you might have to wait a little bit. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't want you to think, oh, you have to wait till you're 80 years old or anything like that. What this is telling me is there's going to be a period in your life where you will think, wow, I will never meet the one. There is no one for me. You might think the one is never coming. Or this could be, you know, in the beginning of your relationship, it left you brokenhearted and you had to wait for them to come around. But there is going to be some waiting on your part. That is definitely going to happen, but it's worth the wait. So with fear, I don't know, this is almost telling me some of you may be scared of never finding the one or being with someone. You might fear that it's never actually going to happen, but I'm here to reassure you, if you picked group number 1, there should be no fear, because you cannot stop what was made in heaven. You cannot stop fate. And with seeker, I can see that this person will seek you out. You will not seek them out. So if you're someone who's single and looking for love actively, I guarantee you that's not how you're going to meet this person, because this person is going to seek you. And that's what I'm getting from the Hanged Man as well. All you need to do is sit there and wait for them to come to you. And I know that goes against a lot of dating advice. You need to go out there. But guess what? You have this soul contract, and it was meant to come into your life. You couldn't stop it even if you wanted to. And this person will find you while you are waiting, while you're waiting around. But one of the lessons I'm seeing is that you have to enjoy being by yourself. You kind of have to be, I know this sucks to hear, and I know you guys are gonna hate me, but before you meet this person, you're gonna be happy being single. You're gonna sort of have this feeling in your heart, I don't care if I meet anyone, I'm doing me, whatever. So the moment you don't care, ironically, is when this person will find you. And I know that's like awful to hear, especially if you really want love, but the moment you just do you grow as a soul, you know, do your own hobbies, you really grow as a person, mature as a person, when you don't even care about this. Isn't that life though? As soon as you don't care, this person will find you and come into your life, and it will happen. And no, you won't have to wait till you're 60, or at least I hope, but trust me, it's not going to be as long or as bad as you think. There's a lesson in this, and you get this wonderful gift from God, and not everyone gets that. So try to be grateful for that as well. And look, we have faith. Have faith. If you're going through heartbreak, if you've been through heartbreak, if that person has left and you were sure that this was the one, have faith, because guess what? If they are this person that I'm seeing for you, they will always come back and they will seek you. Or if you're alone right now and you feel alone, guess what? Have faith. This soul contract is coming for you, and you should be excited. And then we have throat chakra, speak the language of love. Okay? So I think this person will also be very expressive in the way that they talk to you. This is not going to be someone who won't say I love you. This is not going to be someone who won't tell you how much you mean to them. This is not someone who won't call you beautiful, smart, hot. This person will be very vocal about the way you feel about them. So if you feel like you met the one, but they've never been like I love you, and they've never been like wow you're hot, or they don't give you those words of affirmations, then that is a clear indicator that this is not the person for you. And I want you to know that, because I'm getting a strong feeling of that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started onto the next deck. All right, group number 2, let's see what the future of your love life has for you and what your spirit guides want to say about it. So right away, guys, if you picked group number 2, I can tell you are so nurturing and loving in a relationship. You have this motherly vibe about you in a relationship, and this works even if you're a male too. There's something really comforting about you. There's something about you that feels like home. If you're in a relationship, you are so giving of your partner, whatever they need. You're someone who shows their love by doing things for your partner. This could be cooking, cleaning, doing something thoughtful for them that they wouldn't even think about, doing practical things for them. You're somebody who exudes warmth, and you're someone who's very affectionate, because you would literally do anything for your partner. You're somebody who isn't selfish in the least bit in a relationship. In fact, it's almost the opposite. You're almost not selfish enough in a relationship. And I see that's one of the appeals people who have dated you or will date you think about you. You feel like home. You're nurturing. They feel taken care of. You know how to take care of the people you love, and that's something that's really, really appealing about you. you're also giving of, not just your time, your resources, whatever is mine is yours pretty much when you really love and care about someone. And you know what? I'm almost getting that you are one of the rare people in relationships who should be in a relationship because you're so giving, you're so dedicated, and you're so devoted. However, I'm seeing with the Eight of Swords, you might have difficulty expressing how you feel in a relationship. You might put your own needs in the back burner. You might be someone who's so worried about pleasing the person in your relationship, you don't speak up about your needs. You don't say what you need. And I'm also seeing somebody who might have a tendency, even if you're in a relationship that's not working or a bad relationship, you might have a tendency to stay because you're so dedicated and you're so devoted and you believe in relationships. I think you're someone who believes in relationships. Maybe you watched your parents be in a long-term relationship or marriage. Maybe it's something you've always wanted. Maybe it's something in your life you always felt like you should have. You really believe in the long-haul relationships, and that's something you really value. However, you may have a tendency to stay. You might have a tendency to stay when you shouldn't be staying. You might have a tendency to overlook things, overlook red flags. So the heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. So yeah, you might have a hard time recognizing red flags because you're someone who's dependable and reliable and in it for a long haul. And when you're in and that's it. And you will do whatever you can to make it work, even if the person in your life or the relationship you're in isn't conducive or good for you and all you do is give and all they do is take. Now, because you're so passive, giving, warm, you might have a tendency to attract wounded people. I'm almost seeing like you might be attracted to people who need a lot of help, or maybe people who had bad childhoods, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just people who are emotionally a little damaged, psychologically a little damaged, like, people who need a lot of nurturing, a lot of love, almost like the rebels or the misunderstood people, or you attract wounded people because they come to you for your warmth and support. And that's a really great trait about you. And yes, you should absolutely help people, but it's almost to the point where you attract all of these wounded people, all of these rebel without a causes, or people who aren't quite stable, and you give, but they just take and take, and they don't listen to your needs. And this is something that I'm seeing, if you haven't dated, something you will attract, and you got to be careful of that, because guess what? I see a soulmate for you because you are a gift in relationships. You need someone who appreciates your gifts and your giving nature and your long haul attitude. And I'm seeing a soulmate for you who is strong in themselves, and they are strong in themselves, and they don't take advantage of your kindness, your warmth, your giving nature. They don't take advantage of your passiveness. They aren't somebody who's just going to take and take and take. This is someone who's strong on their own. They just want your support. They don't need your support. So one of the ways you will recognize your soulmate or recognize this person coming into you, the one for you, is they will be strong on their own. They won't need you, but they will want you, and they will appreciate you, and what you give, they will give back. I mean, it's not always going to be even, but trust me, this person isn't going to take, they're not going to need you, they're not going to come to you for support or anything. This person will have their own stuff together, and they will just appreciate all the care you put into them. So if you are attracting a lot of troubled people, I want you to know it's very likely that is not your soulmate. Your soulmate is strong in themselves. They are somebody who's going to protect you, who's going to take care of you. And even if you're a man, this is someone who's going to be a woman who's just going to be a very strong woman. Or if you are a woman, this is going to be a man who's very strong in themselves and knows how to nurture you. And then love who you are. So I think you have a tendency to get lost in your relationships for sure. You have a tendency to lose yourself in your relationships, and you have a hard time expressing yourself in your relationships because you want to make everyone else happy. You think about everyone else first, and I'm seeing that with the Queen of Pentacles. You make home pretty much. You are definitely wife and husband material, and that warrior, that strong person, that is your soulmate. That is someone you're going to have a long relationship with. And I see you have the patience of a saint, but it's almost like too much patience, in my opinion. Too much patience going on in that. Okay, so we also have sexuality. So this could mean multiple different things. This could mean, you might go after people for the wrong reasons because you're sexually attracted to them, and that could be a message for some of you from spirit. This could also mean that maybe you have unhealthy sexuality where maybe you rush into the intimate parts, and that kind of leaves you jaded. Or this can mean you just have natural sex appeal, but it's good not to lead with your sexuality because that does not lead to long-lasting monogamous relationships. And I'm seeing that this ultimately at the core, this is something you want. So those are there's multiple different messages from that, but I'm almost picking up the message of don't rush into anything sexually, because in the end that's going to hurt you, because I see someone who wants the long haul, and I feel like quick interactions or something that hurts you and actually prevents you from developing this deep, meaningful relationship that I think your soul wants. So that's all I have for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, group number 3, let's see what the future holds for you in love and what your spirit guides have to say to you about it. Okay, so right away, guys, I know, at least this is the vibe I'm picking up on, and whether you're aware of it or not, I don't know, or maybe you'll evolve into this. I know whenever I say this, people are like, what are you talking about? I'm a potato, which I hate. Guys, don't be self-deprecating, okay? Really be self-aware of your natural assets. It's good to be self-aware of them. It doesn't make you cocky. It makes you self-aware. And one of the things I can see is, you have a lot of people who are drawn to you romantically. Even if it's not obvious, a lot of people find you very mysterious. A lot of people who would want to date you find you to be dreamy and sexy. Something about you just is really romantic. Something about you draws people in. Something about you almost muse-like. And I see that a lot of people do find you very appealing. And I don't know, there's nothing you can really pinpoint. Maybe it's because you're attractive, or maybe it's because of your air. It could be multiple different reasons. The way you carry yourself, the way you dress, maybe it's the way you look, or where, any different reason. But you're somebody that a lot of people have at one point looked at you and been, wow, that person's attractive. Why do I feel drawn to this person? You have a really dreamy way about you, and you really do draw in the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever you're into. And that might come as a shock to you, because I think you're also someone who's very humble. That's one of the reasons why I gave you that disclaimer. I'm seeing someone who's extremely humble, and I'm seeing somebody, you know what, I don't know if you know what an empath is, but I think you're an empath. I think you're someone who's extremely sensitive. You pick up on the emotions of other people. You pick up on the energies around you. You might have a tendency to be introverted because you get overwhelmed by too much energy. You might be someone who's really creative. You might be someone who's a little quieter. You might be someone who's in their head a lot. You might just be somebody who is a little dreamy in a way, maybe a little ungrounded, maybe a little out there, and a lot of people find that really attractive. Now, one of the things, I don't know where I was going with that. I just lost my train of thought. Let's see what else we have. I think one of the things about it, though, is empaths draw in a lot of bad people. And I don't know if you guys know what an empath is. I have an empath video, but the reason for this is because they radiate such good energy, and empaths are so giving and sweet, and empaths have a need to help others. Empaths have a need to make others happy. Empaths are typically introverted, and for some reason, it's just a known thing. The empath and the narcissist are drawn together like magnets. And one of the things I see about you is, with your dreamy nature, your empathetic nature, your quiet nature, your mysterious, your beautiful, you draw in kind of bad energy people. And I really want to point that out to you. I feel like this is an important message. I'm seeing that you draw in others who take your energy, who maybe use your energy, maybe people who put you down. You draw in people who kind of use you for your kindness. They use you for narcissistic supply. So I'm seeing you draw in a lot of narcissists, sociopaths, and because you're so understanding. See, that's the thing about you, is you're so flexible and understanding. You don't judge. And I think for some reason, look, we even have it here, guys. I'm not just making this up. Vampire. You draw in emotional vampires. You draw in the sabotager, someone who's going to put you down. You draw in people who put you down. And you know what? I think you have a dreamy outlook on romance. I think you're a naturally romantic, dreamy person, and you idolize romance and you idolize people because you, as an empath, would rather see the good in a person than the bad, and you kind of idolize people you're dating or idolize romantic relationships, and you're not seeing that where after a while, it's not till after a while, their swords cut into your water and it just breaks that dream, and they hit you with the harsh, cold reality of someone who's not so nice, someone who leaves you very brokenhearted, someone who wrecks you emotionally. Because I also think you're emotionally vulnerable as an empath. That's one of your, being an empath is an extra sensory gift, and with that comes great pain. So I feel like these people can really hurt you, and they do, or maybe they have hurt you, and it really cuts you to the core and maybe makes you a little jaded. So one of the messages I'm getting is really watch out for narcissists and sociopaths. And it says, turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. So this is a very important message. What this is saying is sometimes as an empath, you know, we have a tendency to try to look at the good in people. We don't want to see the bad, right? But in order to see how someone really feels about you, look at their actions. Look at what have they done for you. What have they done nice for you? Now, some of you might be like, well, in the beginning, I dated a narcissist or sociopath and they were super nice. Well, guess what? That's part of their game. They do that at first so they can draw you in, so they can get supply from you. But if it hasn't happened in a while, are they doing anything? Are they saying anything that makes you feel loved? What do they do to make you feel loved? And if it is nothing, then chances are you're dealing, and in fact, on top of being nothing, if they hurt you, if they sabotage you, if they drain your energy, chances are you're dealing with one of these toxic people. And I'm seeing you need to be very careful of that, because you draw people in. You're attractive. People, narcissists want their supply from you. Be very careful. Okay, so what else am I getting here? Okay, so personal boundaries. So one of the things is you need to draw boundaries for yourself. As empaths, we have a difficulty drawing boundaries, saying yes, saying no, but sometimes you have to. And I think that's one of your, problems in relationships sometimes, is you're so passive, but you need to stand up for yourself and don't be with someone just because, I don't know, maybe you're scared of being alone. Maybe it's because you have faith in them, but you could be very intuitive. You could be someone who might be a borderline psychic from what I'm seeing. And because of that, you're susceptible to energies, okay? You're susceptible to people. So you need to put personal boundaries in yourself and relationships. And I'm definitely seeing that being a very big message from your spirit guides as well. Okay? And you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. So I almost think this is a message of independence and loving yourself and not basing your worth about being in a relationship, and realizing that if someone cuts you down, if a narcissist or a toxic relationship, if they cut you down, don't believe it, don't take it to heart. I'm almost seeing someone who takes a lot of things to heart. Don't. That's their issue. And I'm almost seeing that you need to stop underestimating yourself. I think maybe you have a little bit of a low self-esteem, like a little bit, and stop underestimating yourself. You draw more people in than you think, okay? You have this air about you. Dreamy people like this are very appealing. They do draw people in. You don't have to deal with this. You just happen to go for the wounded or the energy vampire, and I get that as an empath, but you don't need that because you're drawing other people in, trust me. And I'm almost saying, like, let's see what else. Oh, you might have a tendency to feel guilty a lot in relationships, like, I suck, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. You might internalize everything that goes wrong in your relationships as something you're doing wrong, but that is not the case at all, and your spirit guides want you to know that. You need to stop feeling guilty. You need to stop being with people who make you feel guilty, okay? And that's all I have for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, group number 4. Let's see what your spirit guides want to say about the future of your love life. So actually, guys, what I'm picking up from this is you're somebody who possibly is very independent, and you're somebody who doesn't really need love. So some people, like life path 6s, such as myself, or maybe some Cancers, I'm not trying to call anyone out, need, you know, that other half, or they want that other person to be at their strongest. I'm seeing you're someone who's very strong, being independent. You do not mind being alone. And in fact, if you were alone, you would take care of yourself. You would thrive, you'd be successful. You are not someone who needs anyone because you are really self-sufficient, and you're somebody who knows how to get things done and take care of themselves, and you're confident and you know your worth. That's one of the things about you. You know your worth. If you're younger, you might be insecure because guess what? When we're younger, actually, through your 20s, this is what I've heard, and this is my experience. When you're younger in your teenage years, everybody is insecure, okay? And in your 20s, it gets a little better, and then in your 30s, it gets, you know, better. But innately, what I'm seeing for you is you're actually a really confident, secure person who would do very well on their own. And in fact, I'm almost seeing you as someone, if you date, you almost be like, I'm too good for this, or I'm too good for most people. I don't need to put up with this. You have really good personal boundaries is what I'm saying, and you know what you deserve. And you might actually be someone who's like flip-floppy in relationships, not all here, not all there, might, you know, be a little distant even as well. Maybe keep your heart distant, and I don't know if it's from past hurt, you know, you saw hurt happen to other people, or you're just very logical, but you know how to distance, you know, you're a pretty logical person. That doesn't mean you don't want love, I don't think, at least, but you're fine on your own. However, for you guys, I actually see that there is a soulmate relationship coming your way, and this is a long lasting, this is like a long, fruitful, enjoyable relationship that does nothing but benefit you and make you happy. It doesn't get you all messed up in those messy emotions. I'm seeing someone very compatible for you coming your way, even if you are independent, because the universe, God, you have a contract with somebody, and a really nice somebody who's really going to compliment you. I don't know if you met them or not yet. I don't know if you're in a relationship. However, if you haven't, this person is coming with the Knight of Pentacles. And let me tell you about this person. This person is responsible. This person is strong. This person is reliable. This person has goals. They are a hard worker. They are not somebody who slacks. This is not a loser, because I'm seeing you as a person, you don't want to deal with someone with no ambition, no drive. You want someone you respect, and this person you respect is coming your way with the Knight of Pentacles. And there's somebody who's very business-minded as well, but what makes them special is they acknowledge you for the goddess you are. They do not try to cut you down because you're so confident. They don't get intimidated by your confidence. They actually admire your confidence, and they respect you, and they see you for the goddess or god that you are, and they acknowledge that about you, and they treat you as such. So if you're dealing with any people who don't you know, practically look up to this person, is going to look up to you. They're going to be like, wow, how did I get someone like you? Wow, how did I snag someone like you? Wow. They're going to put you on a pedestal like that. They're going to respect you and admire you. And this is going to be someone who you respect as well, because like I said, they're a hard worker. And I'm also seeing this is going to be someone who expresses love through gifts. So they're going to be someone whose love language is gift giving. Now, some of you may be like, I don't know what you're talking about, Star. I don't like gifts. That doesn't tell me someone loves me. But it's their way of showing love. And I'm seeing with the Knight of Pentacles too. This person for you is going to shower you in gifts because they want to treat you like the goddess they see you as. So, you know, jewelry, flowers, nice dates, this person is going to spoil you. So if you're someone who's waiting out, have high expectations, which is a good thing, I want you to know that someone who meets those expectations is coming your way if they haven't already. And they are going to shower you with love, affection, admiration, and they're going to be your biggest supporter. They're not going to tear you down when you're doing well. In fact, they're going to help you do well. This is someone who wants to help you in everything you do. They're of service to you almost. You might even work together. That's one of the messages I'm picking up. You guys might work together, and they might actually be very beneficial for you in that way. This is going to be someone who is consistently in your life. So even if you have on and offs, this is somebody that is in and out of your life constantly, or even if maybe you stray, you always come back to this person. There's always something that's going to be drawing you back to this person. And then we have money. So this person might have money. This person might actually be a little wealthier, be a little more well off. This might be somebody who helps you financially. This could be somebody, like I said, at work. But I'm definitely seeing someone who makes your life better in more than just love, but like business, finance, work, financially. So this is a very practical person who's your perfect match, and this is going to be the person that you really feel the most connected to. So I know maybe that sounds kind of boring to some of you. Oh, they're practical, but no, not for you. This is a divine match. This is a soulmate connection. This is the person for you, and you'll feel connected to them like you've never felt connected to anyone else. In fact, there might be a little bit of a psychic connection between you two, where even if you guys are far away or not together, you feel them, you feel how they're feeling, you know what they're up to. You might think of them and they text you. There's definitely like that deeper connection. And let's see what else I'm seeing. Nope, that's all I have for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. All right, group number 4. Let's see what your spirit guides want to say about the future of your love life. Wow, so we have the Lovers card. Immediately, I'm seeing, if you picked group number 5, that there is a extreme soulmate connection that will be in your life or has already been in your life that is extremely passionate, hot, and heavy. With the Knight of Wands is this fire, the Emperor is Aries energy, the Lovers. So this is not just another soulmate, because as most of you know, we have multiple soulmates in our life, and you know, this could be your mom, your sister, someone you date, but this is a really big soul contract, a love soul contract that is in your life or will be in your life. And how you can recognize them is that it's going to be extremely passionate. I mean, good in bed, but at the same time, when there's extreme passion, there's also extreme emotion. So I'm almost seeing blow up fights, yelling matches, clashing of egos. So pretty much when it's really good, it's really good. You're super in love. You can't get enough of each other. When it's really bad, it's really bad. And you know, it erupts in anger, maybe yelling, and all of that stuff. I'm also getting the feeling this could be a romance you develop younger in life. This is definitely the feeling I'm getting. However, this is a general reading, so it might not be for everybody, but I'm talking about high school, early 20s. This is a connection you're gonna make when you're younger. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling, but it's going to be passionate right from the start. You are gonna feel super drawn to this person. This person will be super drawn to you. You guys can't get enough of each other. This is the type of relationship where, you know, your family or friends combine your names together, like Bradgelina or something like that, because you guys are always attached to the hip and it's really passionate. That's why it screams young love to me almost. And this is someone who's going to make a big, big impact on your life. In fact, this is likely the person you're going to marry because there's such an extreme connection. Now, automatically, I'm seeing, you know what I'm seeing, to be honest, like karmic or life soulmate, maybe, but not twin flame, not twin flame. I don't think, but this is definitely a big, big relationship in your life. And this is likely going to be the person you marry and settle down with, as we can see from the 10 of Cups, the Emperor. Some of you may even have kids with this person. So like I said, this is not a casual romance. This is a big time, life-changing romance that you will experience or have experienced in your life. You know, I'm getting a lot of fire, but that's because I think your spirit guides want to alert you of the level of passion. Because look, we also have Destroyer. Look at that volcano. And it says releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. So this is going to be explosive in bed, explosive emotionally, explosive with feelings. This is not a lukewarm relationship you're meant to experience in this life at all, by any means. There's no way you can miss this relationship. For some of you who have already met this person, you know who it is. For some of you who haven't, don't worry. When this person comes into your life, it's gonna hit you in the face. It's gonna be like, as soon as you see them, your stomach drops. As soon as you see them, you're like, oh my gosh. And that's it from there. This is gonna be someone you're like obsessive about, they're obsessive about you. This is gonna be like, you know, what young romance novels are written about. You cannot miss this. And this is part of your path. You cannot stop destiny. This is obviously a soul contract, as we can see from the Lovers. This is something that was predestined in the stars by God. And you can't stop it because it was meant to happen, because you're meant to learn lessons from this person and you have a contract together. I don't know if you guys know about soul contracts, but look, I want to show that there's bully. So there's going to be a lot of hurtful words between you and this person. And I'm talking about like blowout match fighting. And I think because a lot of it is being young, or, you know, the passion, I definitely see, you know, maybe after a while, you know, it's funny, I actually see you guys, you know, getting in a committed relationship because so much love is there. But the Knight of Wands, see, he is fishy. He is led with his, you know what? He's you know, he's a little bit of a flirt. I'm actually seeing act as if your partner is here. If that doesn't sound like cheating, I don't know what does. Or not cheating, but maybe feeling restricted by the relationship, because sometimes a passionate relationship can get to be too much. It can be too passionate, and sometimes it becomes smothering. So I'm almost seeing like maybe a lot of expectations are put in the relationship, a lot of jealousy, a lot of being, you know, because when you're passionate in love with someone, you're very possessive of them, because you know what the young love is like. I don't have to explain it, but I'm almost seeing like, you know, the relationship being killed with expectation, over commitment, over smothering. In either, you know, this could be your end. If you're a Sagittarius or a fire sign, I see maybe you could be the one who feels smothered and you're like, I want to live my life, we did this too young. Or you could be the one that's like, okay, this is getting to be too heavy, I want to, you know, be a little free from this relationship, because this relationship will be very encompassing, and this relationship will be almost like your life. I don't know how else to explain it, and that gets very intense. So we also have, look at that spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So I know some of you don't believe in past lives, but I do. It's okay if you don't believe in it. So this is someone you've lived more than one life with. Have you ever met someone and you just saw them and your heart just dropped and you felt drawn to them, like love at first sight? That's generally a sign of a past life connection, because you are recognizing their soul and you're like, oh my gosh. That's why you're gonna have this magnetic pull towards this person. This person is gonna pull you in from the second you see them. You will know. This person, it's gonna be love at first sight, because you have a spiritual connection, and you can see it right there in the cards. That's why it is so intense, guys. Okay, I am a limitless being. I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Abundance. I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm not quite sure why this card is in the deck, to be honest. And I don't want to give you like a weird interpretation, but maybe that means something to you. This could mean that you guys get together and you multiply. You can have children together. That's sort of what I think. Or, you know, you build your finances together. I don't know. And then we have truth, transparency, sincerity, communication, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Lots of throat chakra, guys. Lots of bully cards. That bully card, this really tells me a lot of this person, there's going to be a lot of verbal fights and verbal I love yous, maybe some secrecy issues on either end. And I'm not trying to scare you by saying that. I just want you to be aware of it, because you can change, you know, things about the way your life goes if you're aware of it. I mean, no, you can't change soul contracts. They were meant to happen. But maybe just, you know, when you get into a relationship, just keep in mind, or if you're in a relationship, be honest, be transparent. Don't do shady things, guys. Don't do shady things, and don't let your partner do shady things to you. Talk about it before it gets out of hand, and be careful with your words, because I'm seeing a lot of harsh words being spoken. That's all I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. right, group number 6. Let's see what the future holds for you in your love life and what your spirit guides have to say about it. So I know this is a very important message, maybe even more so than the other groups. And if you picked group number 6, this is something you really need to hear because the Temperance card shows up, which means your spirit guides are really trying to connect and let you know that they're there. Now, the important message that I'm seeing in this group is you cannot settle for anything less. And this is the reason why. You have something, none of the other groups have this, but I'm gonna almost say with certainty, even though I cannot confirm twin flame connections through tarot, but intuitively, I really feel like you have a twin flame relationship in this life waiting for you. I don't know if you're with them yet. I don't know if you have met them yet. I just saw 111 on my freaking microwave when I was talking about this, guys. I'm not kidding you. I would turn you around, but it would mess up the angle. I'm looking at it right now. So yes, this is a big indicator. If you picked, I'm getting the chills. If you picked group number 6, you will be in a twin flame relationship. And the difference between a twin flame relationship and a soulmate relationship or karmic relationship is this person is literally the other half of your soul. They are you in either divine or masculine form. They are the yin to your yang. This person is you except in another body. And it is your destiny in this life to meet your twin flame. And most tarot readers, I don't think, would think Justice and Temperance, that's not twin flame. Oh, 8 of Wands, 4, but I really feel it. I feel it because look at the balance. We have the balancing. We have the balancing right here. So this is the other half of you. And one of the things I'm seeing your spirit guides are saying, don't waste your time and do not settle for anything less than your twin flame. Especially, you know, if you get lonely, you're killing time with soulmates, whatever. But I'm really seeing for you, you shouldn't waste your time on that because there's someone really great waiting for you. And once again, the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate relationship is in a twin flame relationship, you two don't just get together to learn lessons and be in love. Yes, that's part of it. Yes, that's absolutely there. The passion is absolutely there. The attraction is absolutely there. The love is absolutely there. But twin flame relationships have a higher spiritual purpose. This is a higher spiritual connection. And generally you have to be an older and advanced soul to meet your twin flame. So right away I can tell both of you are old souls. You're probably an old soul if you picked this, an advanced soul. It is in this life, what you are meant to do is meet up with your twin flame and both of you will go on your twin flame mission. And you know what? Some of you who believe in God, I'm seeing missionary work, charity work. You guys will be doing something together for the betterment of the world and humanity, and that is one of the traits, that is absolutely one of the traits of a twin flame relationship. So one of the things I'm seeing is be a good judge of character, know your self-worth, don't settle for anyone who's not your twin because you're not supposed to waste a lot of time with people who aren't your twin. You're supposed to be with your twin so both of you can reunite and do your mission on earth because twin flames come together for the betterment of humanity, for the service of others. And like I said, this could be charity, this could be missionary work, this could be, even if it's just something on the side you do together to help others to go outside of yourself. Twin flame relationships are meant to be of service to humanity. And I see it being very spiritual. Both of you will be spiritual. I mean, normally the divine feminine is always a little spiritual, but there's going to be a higher vibration about your relationship that goes outside of yourself and that goes outside of your love for each other, if that makes sense. This is going to be someone you marry. This is going to be someone you spend your life with. This is going to be someone you have a home with. And you know, one of the messages I'm picking up, this is a general reading, guys, keep that in mind, is this person could be living overseas. This person could be someone from another part, somewhere other than where you live. Or this could mean that you two are going to travel a lot together doing your charity work or for work. Or you guys will just travel a lot in general. I'm seeing that as well. It's also a possibility you can meet your twin flame online. And I know that sounds silly, but I see the 8 of Wands, so I have to put it out there that that's also a very big possibility. And look, we have success because I want you guys to know that when you are in a twin flame relationship, your life will never go downhill. Your finances won't go downhill. You won't become destitute. Like when you're with your twin flame, it builds you up and it makes you fruitful and it makes you successful. And one of the ways you can figure out whether or not someone is your twin flame or that this is the person is because your life will get better with them, not worse. Your life won't spiral, it will be built up and success will follow you. Because that's the way the universe lets you know you're on the right path, is by giving you success as like a motivator. If everything is hard, if everything is a struggle, then, I mean, there's always gonna be struggle. But if it's all the time, every time, chances are you're not on the right path, that's not the right person. And, okay, so one of the reasons I think it's a twin flame is because of the balancing. And then I like to look at the numerology of the card. So this has 38, and in numerology, we always add together the numbers to equal one number. If you add 3 plus 8, what is that? 11, which is the twin flame number, which is the number I saw on the clock when I started your reading. And you know, one of the ways you'll be able to figure out whether this person is your twin flame is they are going to have excellent character. This person is going to be honest. So if you're dating someone who's not honest or doesn't have good character, I guarantee you that's not your twin flame. This person is going to be blatantly honest, very, very, very good character. And I'm seeing King and Messiah. Guys, the reason why you don't want to settle with just anybody is why, when you have this twin flame, and they're going to be someone who's a protector. And I'm seeing that's something that you need. Even if you don't realize it, your soul is craving for that protector. Someone who's really, and this works if you're a guy too. I'm talking about someone who's really strong. Someone, and look, we have Messiah. Someone who's extremely spiritual, has people's best interest at heart. Someone who kind of leads, but leads by example through their character. Someone who is a natural leader and uses their charisma and leadership abilities to help other people and motivate other people. This could be a teacher, this could be a missionary, this could be a life coach. This person is going to be very spiritual, or they're going to be doing something to change people's lives and make it better. This person is going to be such a good soul for you. This is why you shouldn't settle. This person, I mean, people lie, that's how it is, but this person is so honest, so truthful, a natural leader, good-hearted, best intentioned, and it's coming for you. And I see rather quickly if you haven't met them. I do. With the wand energy, I'm seeing you're meant to meet this person soon or now, or you know, but if you're wasting your time with the wrong people, you're blocking this union. However, you cannot stop what is meant to be, of course, but you're delaying it. So be a good judge of character. Look at the people you're dating. Are they honest? Are they a leader? Do they have good character? Do they live by example? Are they generally kind-hearted? This person is going to have very kind eyes, because eyes are the windows of the soul. This person's going to have a very pure soul and leadership abilities, and they're going to protect you in a way. They're going to be very protective of you, and they're gonna fight for you. That's another thing I'm seeing too. So if you're with someone who doesn't fight for you, that this is not the person I'm talking about. And this person, you're gonna connect with really well intellectually. This person is gonna, because what? You're the same person, right? So this is gonna be someone you share the same values with, the same core values, because this is your twin. You also are mirror opposites, so one of you may be quiet, one of you may be a more high energy, one of you might be, you know, little opposites like that, but the core values of the mind are the same, and that's one of the ways you'll be able to tell this is the twin flame relationship I'm talking about for you. You know, and with the solar plexus chakra, this person might have a gold aura. I don't know, you can see auras by staring at someone long enough, looking at the space above their head, but pretty much what this means is this person is a leader. They have good intentions. They have spiritual intentions. They might be a little assertive. They might be, you know, a little confident, but this person's definitely the leader type, and maybe you're more of the passive type, but you're definitely going to be two opposites that complete each other. So there will be opposite characteristics of you two. One might be messy, one might be clean, one might be extroverted, one might be introverted, but like I said, the core values are the same. And this is someone who's going to appreciate you. So if you're with someone who doesn't appreciate you, nope, not them. This person is really going to value you and appreciate you as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching my video. As usual, it was an honor reading your cards, and I will see you guys later. Bye.